Hello, and welcome to the Gothic Jungle. For today's video, as you could probably tell by the thumbnail, I would like to go through my entire houseplant collection with fun plants like this alocasia, and my cool monstera, and my philodendron, which you will all see later in the video. But I thought it would be fun to share around springtime, since that's when everyone is getting excited about their plants. And I've certainly grown my collection a lot from last spring. I started out with about 6 plants, and now I have about 30. So quite a big jump. I'm still kind of in my beginner/intermediate phase of houseplant owning, but I've learned a lot, and I wanted to share all of my plants with you. So starting off, I have this large plant shelf that I have specifically dedicated to plants. Now, not all of them are filled to the brim with plants, like the shelf right there. But that's just because I really need to get some grow lights to be able to flesh it out further. But let's start with the top shelf. First, I have this String of Hearts Silver Glory in the cutest pot ever. I've been holding off repotting this plant, which it desperately needs, as you'll see how large it is. But I just think the pot is so adorable. This plant actually gave me a bloom as well this year, which is very exciting. I've never seen like string of blooms before, but they give out really, really funky flowers. I will put one on the screen. But they're black and they're fuzzy and they're weird. But I definitely need to repot her soon. It's just going to be sad to no longer have her in this cute little pot. But very, very much love this plant. Moving on is the Hoya linearis. I got this in my visit a local plant market with me video, and I got it very, very small. I know Hoya linearis tend to be a little bit rarer. I'm not sure if that's still the case, but when I was looking, that was it tended to be a rare plant. But she's grown really, really well for me. I kept her in the humidity cabinet that you can kind of see behind there for a while. But now that it's spring, she's definitely started to push out a lot more leaves for me, which I'm very, very excited about. In plants that are not looking so good, I have this Alocasia nobilis. It tends to have purple backings, which I'm not sure if that's quite coming through on the camera. But a very, very beautiful Alocasia if you look like what they look like as an adult. Awesome. Hoping that she'll be able to grow for me a little bit more this spring. But yeah. Next, I have my one and only carnivorous plant in this very ugly setup, I know. But this is my Pincuculus salicecta. Once they get really sun stressed, they get kind of a purpley edge, which you can see a little bit of on the bottom. But it's kind of coming back from being in the cold from the winter, so it's not quite showing yet. But she definitely keeps bugs away. I'm very, very excited to have carnivorous plant in my collection, and I definitely would like to have more in the future. And I'd also like to have a nicer setup for that one as well. But moving on to what I have in the humidity cabinet, this is my one and only anthurium, which is very surprising that I don't have more, considering they're very, very gothic plants, and I post about anthuriums all the time on my Instagram. But this is my hybrid that I got from Green Hughes. It's a hybrid of a bunch of things, and it's very beautiful, and the leaves are so velvety. I really love it, and I really do want to get more anthuriums in my collection eventually. Next, I have my Philodendron Dark Lord. She's not looking the best right now. I definitely need to repot her, but I did take some cuttings of her that are doing much better, which you'll see later on. And then I have this random cactus that I'm still not really sure what kind of cactus it is. I think I got it as a freebie one time at school, but not looking the greatest. Moving on, I have my lovely plant shelf, which is it's just a dream setup right now. It's so lovely, especially with the grow lights, because Sansi sponsored me, and I have a link in the description if you would like to get Sansi lights as well. They've worked very well, especially with this mystery Hoya that I have here. As you can kind of see, we're getting a new leaf in there, and that's kind of the case for all these plants on the plants on these shelves. I was really right about having needing extra light in my collection, especially this philodendron spiritus sancti, which you guys remember, these used to be insanely expensive a couple years ago, but I got this one this size for like $47. I'm very excited for that one to push out some new leaves. I also have this Alocasia Black Velvet, which is also pushing out a new leaf. But I was very, very right in my Your Plants Need More Light video that plants need a way more light than you think they do. I also have this philodendron pink princess. She's a new addition, but I really love those dark leaves and the pink splash. I mean, they're so fun. It's hard to ignore, but she's also pushing out a new leaf. My giant begonia ferox I love the spikes. It's a perfect gothy plant. I really used to not be into begonias until I really found this one that I love it so much. I kind of give you a little bit of a close-up on the spikes, but it's just like they're fuzzy when they come in, and then they just spread out to these beautiful leaves, and you can kind of see in the back like just a bunch more coming through because of that grow light, and it just works so well for me. I can't sing enough praises about it. But I really love that plant. And then my sad looking little philodendron Brazil, which is also putting out some new leaves, so hopefully I'll be able to kind of grow her and fill her up to look more like a bushy plant in the future. Next, I have just my random houseplant care supplies. I have a video on like basic houseplant care supplies. I'm sure I'll do one for more advanced ones soon, but you could kind of see it a little bit earlier when I panned around all the shelves, so I wanted to include it. Next, I have my windowsill, trying to use this clever angle so that you don't see outside of my window. But I have this chocolate soldier plant that looks a little bit sad right now, I know, but she has some new growth coming in, and I definitely kind of want to reset her soon. I also have this really sad Syngonium Three Kings that I also kind of want to... I need to repot her, first of all. But she is growing a new leaf for me, which, against all odds, I've completely neglected this plant, and I think I'll just give it to a friend, quite frankly, because I'm just not taking good enough care of it, and she really needs that extra love and care. And then my sad-looking little Pilea, because she has some bugs are attacking her right now, so she's in her little isolation pack of a Ziploc. Next, I have my philodendron micans, which looks so much sadder than she used to. I feature her in my gothic plants video that I did around October, but she looks a lot sadder than she used to. I think she got a thrips infestation while I was away in France, but she is starting to bounce back with her little leaves, so I'm hoping she will once again become the bushy, beautiful, velvety plant that she once was. But I really love displaying her on top of my PC and giving it a very foresty vibe. And you know where you love her. She's been here since the first video, the golden pothos, everyone's favorite. Super easy. My little gothic setup on my clothes shelf thing, and then also been here since the first video, you know where you love her, the purple heart. She has grown so much. They grow like crazy. This one grows like a weed for me. I don't know why. I put her in the darkest corner to slow her down. She doesn't mind. She loves it. Next, I have my Monstera adansonii, which is working on a new leaf, which I got from a cutting from my sister. She was very nice to share with me. I also wanted to point out this really cool pot that I got from Spines and Clay that I'm just using as a match holder. If you have some really tiny pots, or kind of forget that you can just use them as not plant pots if you don't have cuttings that small. But I just love the way that those two things kind of complement each other. Next, I have my Alocasia tanderusa. I love this plant. It is so special to me. My partner got it for me for our anniversary a year ago, 2 years ago. I can't quite remember. But I fought tooth and nail to keep this thing alive, because when when my partner got it for me from the shop, it was covered in spider mites, which it might be coming back with some spider mites now. It doesn't look too happy. But I fought so hard to keep this thing alive, and I finally got it to push out some healthy leaves, but this leaf is absolutely massive, and I'm so happy that it completely pulled through for me. Next, I have my teeny tiny Monstera Thai constellation, which was also in the first video on my channel. So I'm excited I kept it alive. It was hanging on for dear life at one point, and it lost almost all of its leaves, except for like that bottom one that you see there. And I finally started pushing out some leaves, and I'm hoping it'll start pushing out some leaves, some more leaves as spring continues. Next, I have what's the mess that is going on this back wall of mine. Lots of vining going on here. I just kind of said, you know what? Who needs a moss bowl or a plant stand? You can just tack them right onto the door with command hooks and it'll be good. And don't look at the weird steak mess at the bottom, okay? It's fine. Anyways, we have my Philodendron varicosum. I love this plant so much. It is, again, such a gothic-y plant. It is so beautiful. She's giving me bigger leaves each time. You got the velvetiness, you got the darkness, and to top it all off, red backings and spikes on the stem. It is so, so lovely. I've seen absolutely massive ones of these as well from like super famous plant creators, and I can't wait until mine gets there. I hope it can get there. And then I also have my I like to call it my spine plant. It looks like a spine. But I have my Euphorbia lactea, white ghost. I'm usually not a cactus person. This thing is cool. I love this plant so much. I love how it kind of comes in a little bit yellowy and then it whitens over time, but you still have those dark green little bits peeking through. And the little white leaves are technically flowering, so hopefully that means that it's really happy. Again, this was kind of what I mentioned before, to be doing way, 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 way better. I was a little bit nervous that I was going to lose my Dark Lord at one point, so I took a cutting, and the fact that she's bouncing back like this is fabulous. I love those dark, dark leaves, and they come in like blood red. Oh, so beautiful. Next, I have my Lightning Jewel Orchid. I love this plant as well. I mean, I love all the plants in my collection. They're in my collection for a reason, but this one I have in the grossest prop box you will ever see, because I thought she was going to die as well, because I felt like I wasn't watering her enough, but I just love those leaves. I mean, I know they're tiny but mighty. I mean, they sparkle. I'm not sure if I hope the camera's picking it up. You can kind of see it a little bit better on the far leaf, but it's so beautiful. The darkness of the leaves combined with the lightning like veining, and then the fact that it's just sparkling on top of it, it's a stunner, and I'm so happy to have it in my collection. I can't wait to move it back into an actual pot and see it grow big leaves again. But here is the showstopper. This is my favorite plant in my entire collection, okay? I love my Monstera Tie constellation. This specific Monstera Tie is my favorite one in my collection because I also kind of struggled to take care of it, but then I finally got over that hump. She had root rot, which I think I can explain in one of my videos. I can't remember which one, but I overcame it, and she's just doing so beautifully now. But I'm frustrated with her and my Deliciosa because they are not pushing out new leaves yet. I'm not sure if that's because it's just starting to be spring and they're just not used to the temperature yet, like if they need it to be warmer in order to push out the leaves, but I'm trying everything in the book, okay? They have so much light, they have so much water, like enough water, and it's like I'm not seeing any pests, so I'm not sure what's wrong, and I don't think I need to repot them because I repotted them before I left. That was like 2 months ago, and it was winter, so they're not doing too much growing. But also my Monstera Deliciosa is absolutely beautiful. I love the newest leaf. It is so gorgeous. It's huge. I love it. I can't wait until I finally get inner fenestrations. I feel like that's when I'll make it as I'll made it as a plant owner, when my Monsteras get inner fenestrations. Anyways, moving on to outside of my room, I have my Curly Jade, my Money Tree bonsai, which I have no idea how to take care of a bonsai. It's just still alive by like a miracle. But it's very pretty. At first I didn't really like it, and then I was like, oh, actually the sculptural element of it is really cool. But I kept it alive somehow. And then the beautiful Oxalis triangularis, which this one I also really need to repot, but I just love the pot that it's in so much that it makes me a little sad to have to do so. But I love these, especially that they close and open during the night, and they change to open during the day. But yeah, I know it seemed a little bit short, but we went through a lot of plants really fast. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you'll stick around until next year when I can show you way more plants. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys soon. Video's over now. Bye!